us right here on Sunrise as we continue this Hope Day Wednesday. Now, the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, Nano Center, celebrated 10 years this week and since it was established. Now, the aim and purpose of the center is to create a conducive, world-class research and development in the field of nanotechnology. To help us celebrate and understand the function of the Nanotechnology Innovation Center, we are joined in studio by two beneficiaries from the nanotechnology, that's namely is Aurelia Ogamaram and Simpiwe Zungu. They are master's students within the program. And remember, you can be part of our conversations by giving us a call on 011-447-1742 or 011-447-1620. And your comments are also welcome on our Facebook and Twitter pages. Good morning to you guys, and thanks for joining us this morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
All right, so let me just start with you, Aurelia. So just give us a sense of what the Nanocenter Technology program that you guys are part of is all about, for those who don't understand.
So, as mentioned previously, I am currently a master's student at the Nano Center at the CSRR, which is our Council for Scientific and Industrial Research. So nanotechnology as a whole looks at absolutely tiny particles. So we're talking about a fraction of the size of a hair strand, something that the visible eye cannot even see. So your naked eye couldn't see anything. It's 10 to the minus 9 to the power of a meter. So it's an absolutely small particle. And with regard to nanotechnology, it's a field that has been around for some time, but in South Africa specifically, it's been around since 2007, namely with the two centers, the Nano Center that we have at the CSRR, and as well as a center called Mintech in Midrand.
Okay, so Simpiwe, in terms of like you being part of the program, what got you to be on the program?
What got me to be on the program was the interesting thing that the new technology, the nanotechnology, is something that it's an emerging technology. To be part of that, it was just something that's so meaningful to me because I really wanted to be part of that, and there are so many opportunities for young people.
So, what were you studying? Like, how did you get to actually be a master's student? What were you doing?
Actually, it started actually with maths and science, high school, and then from there I did chemical engineering, and then I went on to do my BTech in polymer technology, and then I ended up being part of the Nano Center doing my master's.
You're doing your master's there. Okay, so you also are part of a similar program. So what got you to be part of the program?
So I've been part of the CSRR since I was in my honours year, and I had an honours bursary from the CSRR, and I was quite privileged to get that. And then I fed into the system as an intern, and last year I worked as an intern for a few months. And then I got an NRF, which is a National Research Foundation scholarship, and this allowed me to then do my master's based at the Nano Center at the CSRR. So I've come through the ranks over the few years and slowly building up a career there.
Okay, so obviously the research programs that you guys are working on, what are you specifically working on, Simpiwe?
Currently, I'm part of the team that develop polymers. When I'm talking about polymers, I'm talking things like your plastic bags that you get from your grocery store, bumpers in your car, like your paints, like your glues. And we develop those things, we develop those materials using the nano particles, which gives them high and enhanced performance. And currently, my current project that I'm working on right now is actually using nanomaterials, particular nanomaterials, and we're substituting this ingredient that has been used in the manufacturing of glue, and it has been used for decades and decades in the manufacturing of glues and coatings and stuff like. And the nanomaterials are like 2 times cheaper than the materials that they're using, and it's giving promise. It's giving promising results, like an end product that performs all over like 2 or 3 times more better than the current
end product. Okay, so let's talk about the impact that these programs that you guys are in, that it will have, you know, on the rest of us when you guys are able to develop some of the products that you're talking about when you finished your program.
So as mentioned, the Nano Center has been around for the past 10 years. And when it actually came through, the Nano Center, as well as Mintech, was developed because of a national nanotechnology strategy. And the reason for this is that nanotechnology can be used across a wide array of fields. So everything from energy to water to cosmetics, pharmaceuticals, you name it, nanotechnology is applicable. I mean, a few years ago, nanotechnology was quite taboo, but these days we're looking at nanobots for cancer targeting and early onset detection. So at the Nano Center and the CSR specifically, our mandate is to benefit, the citizens of South Africa. And with Nano, we're looking at projects that are within these niche markets, things like water and water remediation. And when we talk about that, we're just talking about using these nanoparticles, as small as they are, they can conduct such a grave impact and have such a huge impact on society because they're able to actually clean out our water. We also have projects that are focused on gas sensors, so using nanoparticles to be embedded in a gas sensor, so something similar to your heat sensors in a room that would detect very low limits of gases. So it can be applicable in mines, and as you can understand, with the South African industry being based in mines, our mine workers are at such a risk. So the products that we have really go out to impact South African citizens, and we're looking at a direct impact as scientists.
Okay, so Nasimphiwe, having been part of the obviously a program at the Nano Center, how has it helped you personally in your career? Obviously, the country has a target of like producing, more researchers, postdoctoral researchers, a certain target. But you're one of those students who are going to contribute to that number. How has it helped you personally?
It has really helped me to learn a lot about first the nanotechnology exists, because back when I was in high school and doing my diploma, I didn't know that nanotechnology exists, and then it gave me that platform to be part of this thing, and the impact that nanotechnology can have in our local markets, in our local industry and stuff like that, it's very huge. So to be part of that and contribute to that, it's an amazing opportunity, and it helped me a lot to develop and channel my focus in things that matters.
So for someone who's watching, who says, I'm very passionate about going into the science field and I think I've got what it takes, how do you think being part of a program at the Nanotechnology Center can advance where they want to go?
I think being part of this program is fundamental in developing your career. As I said, I've been in the CSR system for some time now, starting off as a bursary student. But the best thing about the Nano Center, or in being part of this program, is that at our Nano Center we have a characterization facility, and it's cutting edge. And what that basically means for a scientist is that that's your dream world, because it's got multi-million rand machines in our basement, such as microscopes that allow you to investigate all of the nanoparticles that you're looking at. So looking at their look, their feel, and their dimensions. So as a student coming into this, as Simphiwe said, you start off looking at the maths and science, and you then build your career starting off with a BSc degree and coming into it. But being at the Nano Center allows you to not only have an academic qualification, but to then have that hands-on experience where you can apply everything that you've learned and become an established researcher while still being so young.
Okay, I'm sure it's the same sentiments that you have. You're already compiling a lot of information that not only will we benefit, but it will also benefit you in your own personal journey in your career.
Yes,
okay.
Exactly.
All right. So for those who have no idea of how this works, and they might be in the science field or metrics. Yesterday was pens down. They all finished writing yesterday.
Wow.
Yes, they finished writing yesterday. So the madness has started. But then the reality is going to sink in a few weeks, like, where do I go?
Unemployed.
Unemployed and things like that. But like, if they want to channel themselves and be part of a program that you guys have been, how would you guys advise them? What are the things that they need to know or to do to be able to access such a program?
So,
Actually, I would like to talk based on the environment that I grew up in, because it's really hard to get into this level that I've got into. Because when you're growing up like in a township, you grow up and there are young people that loves maths and science, that are smart and they can do good in maths and science, because within the community they are perceived as nerds, or they will say impata or inyoni and stuff like that. They end up like the love for the subjects end up fading away, and then they end up failing the subject, which is something that they need to do and pass, even though the pressure is always going to be there. But they should just keep on going. There's a lot of opportunities when it comes to maths and science. You just stick to that. and then go out, do their tertiary studies, and then the opportunities are always there in the arts and science field.
They're always there.
Yeah.
So specifically at the CSR, with getting around to how you wanted to know how to get into the program, I would say to young learners that they should look out at the CSR's website, so basically www.csr.co.za, and look under vacancies tab. So that's where I found the bursary, and that's how it has propelled my career from there onwards. But also on social media, I mean, youth these days were really good at social media, and the CSR has got quite a big social media presence. So I'd say that they should just keep a lookout on social media platforms for any available opportunities, but being part of the bursary program first, and then possibly an internship or studentship would then be a good way for them to get into the system and be part of this amazing company.
So how did you guys celebrate the 10th year anniversary as the students? What did you guys get up to?
So it's actually funny because we were the MCs for our 10-year anniversary, which was on Monday. So we celebrated it by being with our colleagues, rather, from the DST, which is the Department of Science and Technology. And we had a little bit of a formal program where we had our director and quite a few members of the team then
how many other students are there for the master's program? Do you know?
So right now our total staff is at about 80, 90, and of that I'd say there's about 40 students ranging between PhD and masters. So there's quite a few of us, but ever since 2007, when the Nano Center was established, they've produced about 130 postdocs.
Postgraduate doctoral fellows there, of course, PhD and master students, including yourselves who are interns. So it's an exciting world that you guys live in.
As small as it is, it's exciting.
the nano world. Okay, so for that student who's fascinated by all of this, obviously they can go to the CSI website, csir.co.za, and find out more about nanotechnology. Then they could be sitting here as well and telling us about their journey. Looking forward to probably a new group who are coming in the new year?
Maybe. Or somewhere in between the year as well. They pick and choose us as we go along.
Okay, well, great stuff, guys. Thanks very much for chatting to us, and all of the best. And we look forward to you guys solving some of the big challenges that we're facing as a nation.
Thank you so much.
Because you guys